Hello everybody and welcome to another Tech Minute video. My name is Tom from 6 Networks and thank you for joining me here with my Bolt EV again. These videos are doing incredibly well and I feel like they've sparked a very large community of people who are, pro EV and, con EV, I guess you can call it. But GM did a few extra things today, or actually I guess in the last few days, that I'm going to talk about today. And forgive the lighting, it is, way after sunset, and I've been very busy all day, but decided to come out here and shoot this video in the dark. So one of the things that was discussed was the option of not charging your EV overnight, on top of all the other recommendations that have already been hashed out on this channel specifically. And I kind of like that idea because it adds another level of, I guess, security or peace of mind, at least, that, your car is being charged during the day where, if people are walking on the sidewalk past your house, they, somebody could respond to it, potentially avoiding massive damage. But as you can see, the green indicator light on my Bolt is on, so that means it finished charging. I'm going to actually go over here in a second and unplug it for the night and just leave it sit. But I have it backed into my driveway. Yesterday I drove a lot of miles on it. I actually had to charge it to 100% before I left. And it was only charged at 100% for about 2.5 hours. At which point I immediately drove it. I immediately hit the freeway. And it went all day long to about, 30 to 45% remaining or so, plus minus. And, it was work, so I couldn't say no. And I had to do it. And as you can see, the Bolt is still standing. It's still, in one piece. I mean, I know it's black, but it's not black because it's charred. It's black because I chose the black color. And, I'm not... I just feel the need to clarify. I'm not trying to be facetious about any of this, the stuff that ties to this recall. It is a massive problem. As far as if I remember correctly, 10 cars across all the years have been affected by this recall. And I understand that this car is very much within that range of recall, and that this car could potentially have the same manufacturing defects that every single other car has. I get it. I just want to make it clear that as a owner, driver, and whatever, I'm not making light of any of these situations. What I am doing, though, is I'm using my head. If I need to drive this thing 200 miles in one day and I need to have it charged at 100% to make sure that I can get it home, then I do so. I fill it up and I drive. I don't charge it the night before to 100%, leave it sit in my driveway at 100%, and then the next morning decide what time I'm going to go with it still at 100%. That's too much time. And, that's a bad idea, and it's actually a bad idea for lithium ion to begin with across the board to do that. So one of the things that kind of made sense, and, as I was reading this article from GM about not letting the car sit fully charged or whatever, I do know that they have delayed charging built into the operating system of the car. You can actually tell your car what time you need the car to be ready. So if you need to leave, say, at 10 a.m. tomorrow, you can tell the car right now to charge with delayed charging. It'll wait until whatever time it needs to charge the car and have it be ready for 10 a.m. or shortly before 10 a.m. And I've used that before. And, there's a 7-day scheduler in there that you can pick and choose your days. So if you need the car to be ready for your drive, say, I don't know, if you hit rush hour in the morning and you need it ready for 6 a.m., 7 a.m., you can do that. Therefore, the car's not charging, 12 hours before and just sitting there as, potentially problems arise. So you can do that too. I'm not saying be stupid. I'm not saying, you know, that I'm treating this cavalierly. I'm not. I'm trying to make you guys understand that I'm following every single one of GM's guidelines and the National Highway Transportation Safety Administration's, you know, requirements, or I guess recommendations at this point, until this gets fixed. But at the same time, I'm human. I have a job. I have a family to support. Therefore, this car, if it needs to drive 200 miles in one day, it needs to be charged to 100% when I leave. But then at night, you know, when I'm home, it doesn't need to charge. It can charge, you know, in the morning hours if it's, you know, it's a level 2 charger. So if it takes 4, 5, 6 hours to charge this car and I need it ready by 10, then the charge can start at 4 a.m. as opposed to it starting immediately when I plug in the night before and then just sitting fully charged. So that's something to consider too. And, you know, just like with all the other videos, feel free to chime in below. I'm actually enjoying the conversations that have come from these videos. I understand that, you know, there's a lot of concern. I understand there's a lot of negative feelings and emotions towards these cars, but you know what? To each their own, and everybody has to live their life. You get one life and one chance to do it. So if you have, you know, any form of issues or any form of fear or whatnot that, you know, the car is going to have problems for you, I'm actually going to unplug it right now. I know it's dark, but there's my EVSE, and I'm going to put that right there because that's where my EVSE plugs in. And I close the lid. So yeah, you know, I'm not trying to tell you how to do your thing, but I really do appreciate the fact that our community has come together and there's a lot of people that are sticking by GM, you know, and the problems of the Bolt, because I really love this car. Like, I can't tell you, like, this is, I think, my 12th car in my life, and this is the first brand new car I've ever driven, and I can't express how much I love this car just with the cost savings alone. You know, in the last 8 months, there have been 0 services. The one service that I did have, the Chevy dealer covered for free because it was the initial service. And they rotated tires, and that's it. You know, I asked him if it needed an oil change. The guy laughed, said he's heard it thousands of times, and I was like, I just had to do it. So anyway, it is what it is. I'm sticking by GM. This car is used every day like it needs to be used. If it needs to be charged to 100%, it is. If it's drained below the 70 miles, it is. But those thresholds don't remain for a long period of time. I don't keep them at that level for, you know, extended periods. Anyway, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you really like this video and want to see more of it, let me know down below, and also hit that subscribe button. Until next time, thank you for watching.